For new Muslims, it's not just dry, yani umeiacha tu na ukaanza ingine. You have to win yourself into the deen.
Yes. Do you have friends? Muslim friends? People that will call to check on you without you having to post a status that is suspicious. Do you have them? Why is it so hard for us to make Muslim friends?
How much support are you getting from the Muslims?
You have to fight a war of, I am a revert. I'm trying. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows I am doing my best. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another episode of Rediscovering Faith with me, Warogoro.
MashaAllah. So today, we've been introduced to our series by none other than Warogoro. Thank you very much, my sister, for being here. Na appreciate sana. I was super excited to hear. Nimeku hijack, najua. I'm just like, ako hapa, kuja.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so psyched. This is something I'm really passionate about, talking about the deen and my journey so far. So I'm so happy. Thank you for having me.
So this is two-way. Msijudge, ni two-way. Kila mtu amefurahi. Anyway, kindly introduce yourself. Tutambulishe wewe ni nani, Warogoro ni nani, all the way from Malutanza mpaka Malutamalizia.
My name is Christine Warogoro Mugo. My Muslim name is Mariam. I am popularly known as Miss Mugo because of my socials. Apart from that, I am a marketer by profession, and I'm also a mom to a 7-year-old gorgeous girl. Yes.
A marketer?
Yes.
Digital?
Yes.
Okay, mashallah. Kindly, nimekuona TikTok sana. Actually, hapo ndo the first time nimekuona hapo. Na I said, Miss Mugo, lazima tutaonana kando. And finally you're here. Kuna video, the last one. There is a video I saw that you shot a while back, but it got me thinking. How do you make these life-changing decisions? Because Uislamu, kujikuwa Muislamu, for us that were not born as Muslims, those are life-changing decisions. And how do you do that? You as Miss Mugo.
So let's start about me becoming a Muslim. Me becoming a Muslim was a personal decision. Despite the fact that people do not believe it, everybody's like, so who's the man behind it? I'm like, shut up, honestly, if you're crediting a man, shout out to Mufti Meng, because if there's somebody I listened to when I was going through that period of, so what exactly am I doing? Nina slimu, nibaki tu penye niko. I was not an active Christian all in all. Mm-hmm. So I was like, where am I going? So I have to really credit the fact that we have people like Mufti Meng who are actively giving dawah. Mm-hmm. And I love people that give dawah with compassion. Mm-hmm. Compassion for me is really, really big. So let's come to me deciding kukua Muslim, which meant I had to change my dressing. For those that know me from earlier on, I can tell you I was living a very secular life. I don't think this is a secret, considering that most people have watched me transition from then to now. True. So decisions like being sober, I feel like sobriety has been one of the hardest decisions that you can actually make growing up. Because when you were raised in a community, I grew up in Pangani. Okay. Drinking is not a big deal. Even where we're from, as Kikuyus, drinking is not a big deal.
Kamuratina here.
Yes, Kamuratina here, Kamuratina there. Yeah. So when I have drunk a majority of my adulthood as I have lived now, quitting alcohol has actually been, I feel like, the most wanting journey, because every single time you go through a curve, you're like, it's just one drink. Allah understands. Then you have to remind yourself, I've come so far. When you've been sober for a long time, you're like, I have come so far. I cannot afford to go back. Then you remember why you stopped drinking to begin with. It had so much on your mental health. You can't function. You're always thinking like, I can't wait to go and drink. So sobriety has to come from a point of, I really want to change. Yeah. So every person's journey is different. I was able to stop cold turkey, but now we have other Muslims who are like, oh my God, I'm a failure. No, I'll just tell you this. Every day, as long as you're doing better than yesterday, you're doing good.
It's progress.
Yeah, progress is progress. Whether it's one day, whether it's a few hours, if you were doing more, today you're doing less. I know it's not ideal, but either way, this is a journey that you have to take, and you have to be comfortable in your journey. The moment you start living your journey for other people, you've lost it, because now what happens when there's no people to applaud you? What happens?
Then what?
Yeah, then what? Then what will happen?
So do it for you.
Yes, for you. Do
And
it
the
for the person you want to be. Because the moment you keep waiting for people to clap for you, you have lost the plot. The claps will stop coming. Tomorrow there's going to be a new Revert. You're not going to be the it Revert of that week, right? The calls will stop coming. Oh, we want you here and there. Then what happens? Will you slide back? Then
Because now,
yeah, there are no more claps. You have to do it for you. You have to do it because I understand the journey I want to take.
And I want to do this for the sake of Allah and
Yes.
nobody else, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to understand, so this is a life I have chosen. Because Islam is a lifestyle.
Yeah, true.
You have to understand, so this is what I want. Bila pressure ya other people. Lazima ikue ni mimi nataka. I've had people come to me and they're like, oh, talk to my girlfriend. I want to marry her as Slimu. I refuse. I will not do that. No, cause hataki, unataka mimi ni muongeleshe. Ye mwenyewe anataka. Does she want? Is this a life that she genuinely wants? Because mimi nilijipeleka kwa mosque. Hakuna mtu alinipeleka. It was, I remember it was on a Friday. Nilitoka tu kwa office, I was like, oh, mimi naenda mosque. And everybody was like, okay. I went to a mosque in trousers and a v-neck shirt.
Okay.
Yes, that is how I went. I knew
That's what you wanted.
what I wanted. I didn't need somebody to shika my hand by force and niambie, toka twende. No. And I urge people to, you have to let people decide for themselves. Please don't tell me to come and talk to your partner that you want her to become a Muslim. When she wants, she will not even have to look for me. She will find somebody to give her dawah. She will go to the nearest mosque. You don't need to come and look for Aruguru. There is you, there is Modoni, there is Kina Jamila. They're everywhere. Mimi ni Kongong, there are people who are everywhere. Yeah. If you want me to... Well,
and I'm sure there are people closer even to her than anybody on the socials.
Yes.
Mwenye atauliza, niambie kuhusu hii story. Interest.
But please don't force this lifestyle on people. I come from a predominantly Christian family. My family up to date really ground me in the decisions I have taken. They saw me drinking. Right now they're like, oh, by the way, how are you doing? Because Islam is being a revert is so lonely. And that is something else. It is lonely.
That is another story.
It is so lonely. And that is also another life-changing decision that you have to make. It is so lonely.
And how to deal with that, kwanza.
Yes, now you see, you find yourself relapsing to the same tabia as you said you would stop. Because you don't have friends.
Yes.
Who are you going to cry to?
Trying to get the connections, you'll be slowly.
Yeah, then now, the people that you used to be friends with, you find out you are friends because you guys are drinking buddies. Right?
Yeah.
So now you have to start looking for friends. Do you know how hard it is to make Muslim friends though? Can we talk about it? Why is it so hard for us to make Muslim friends?
I think we get lost in between.
No, but why is it that?
Because for the Muslims that especially are born, we are not enough Muslims. For the Christians that we've just left, now you're no longer Christians. So we're hapo katikati.
You're stuck in limbo, and it's God. Yeah, Allah, if there's something that is so difficult as a revert, and I have to accept, is making friends. Because up to date, I only have 2 friends.
1, 2.
2. Moja ni SDA.
Oh, they're not even Muslims?
No, they're not Muslims. And yet, they somehow have held me down. I have this one friend I'm telling you, the one who's SDA, she'll call me. She's like, so how is Eid taking you? It's Juma. Have you gone to the mosque today? Oh, Ramadhan ilikuwaje? So what's the plan? What's your Eid plan? Yeah. Oh, I got you this. I saw this and I thought of you. I have been gifted very few hijabs. She's among the people that gifted me a hijab. I've actually never opened the hijab that she gifted me. It's still new. It's still new. That shows you how lonely it is. Mm-hmm.
Tell me more.
Do you have friends? Muslim friends? People that will call to check on you without you having to post a status that is suspicious. Do you have them? Everybody's trying to mind their business. I will just say it like that. Everybody's trying to mind their business. The Muslim friends I have, those that I can consider Muslim friends, somehow happen to be male. Yes, the male friends are the ones who will check up on me. They're like, tujakuona auko active, nini endelea?
My goodness.
Yes, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand, because I'm like, if we're friends as girls, we'll be able to accomplish so much.
True.
No, but people only come to me when they need help. And even I myself have not figured it out. I made a plea for people to donate hijabs,
I
right?
remember.
And I gave out those hijabs. I actually only remained with one, this one. And it's because the person that gave me, she's a store. She was like, oh, please, this is for you. When you give out the rest, this
It's
one is for you.
From me to you.
From me to you. So like this was from her to me, and it's a business. She called me, akanipea stock yake. She's like, oh, go give this out to the sisters, because I saw you on TikTok. This one TikTok that is a blessing and has also become a curse now. So everybody comes to me, but for what?
Repeat that again.
Yes, this TikTok is a blessing and has also become a curse.
Tell people.
So everybody comes to me, right?
Okay.
When people come to me, what are they asking?
Donate
Let me
a
give you-
hijab, donate a
Let me give you an
nabaya.
example of how my conversation goes. Assalamu alaikum says, wa alaikum salam. How you doing? Well, I was wondering if you can assist me with this and that. I myself, up to date, it took me a couple of months for me to be able to afford not abayas, the prayer
The prayer
gowns.
dresses,
Yes,
yeah.
the prayer dresses. Yes. So, but I went out of my way to get things for people over myself. So when I became a Muslim, I gave so much, but I forgot to give somebody who's very important, myself. I poured and poured and poured. The glass is empty. So up to date, I have people who are asking, oh, sis, can you donate for me an abaya? There are people who are like, oh, I'll donate for you some, just let me know when. Then when I try and contact them, they're like, you still really share.
Yeah.
So I poured until there was nothing left to pour. And that's why I took a break on social media. Because people come to me with complex issues.
I want to feel how they live is sasa.
Yes, because now I end up breaking down. I'm like, yeah, Allah, I know you cannot burden me with more than I can bite. But this right here, I don't know how to help you. Somebody called me, she's like, oh, I have breast cancer, I don't have money for medicine.
Subhanallah.
Where do I start? I'm a single mother. I'm just a Gen Z girl trying to make a living. Where do I start? So I was like, yeah, come to this masjid, you'll get assistance. Somebody called me, she's like, oh, I used to do this type of work, I became a Muslim, I stopped, but I have hit a wall. Dini hairuhusu mi kufanya kazi zingine. I stopped for the sake of Allah. But I've hit a wall. I don't have somewhere to stay. Yes, I don't have somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
Where do I start? Because, remember, I've poured.
And now it's no longer about abaya, it's no longer about hijab.
No.
It's more.
It's more.
Subhanallah.
And the more is coming from a point that the cup is running dry. It's beyond me. I'll ask for assistance. I'll be like, so what do we do with said person? But it's tough. Sisters out here, people have so much going on, yet so little. Because you sit down, you're like, so we have such a big community of reverts, but the people in need are way more. The amount of reverts who are at a point of comfort and those that are at a point of not having, the not having is 10 to 1.
Oh my goodness.
So many of us, I am at a point of privilege.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, and I thank God because I can shoot a video. Then somebody's like, oh sis, I saw you bought this. I've added you an extra. And that has happened before with the prayer gowns. I bought them from a page called Jana Collection. She's like, oh sis, I know you're a Revert, you've bought 4. Let me add you. Let me just add you another one from me to you. But how many people are at a point of privilege that they can afford to, at the end of the month with a salary, buy items? How many? How many? People, somebody called me, she's like, oh, my family disowned me.
Unashindwa uwanja wapi sasa na hayo? I
don't know a facility that can assist. I don't know who to call. It's not been an year tangu nislimu.
Kierere tu ndio sasa umejulikana, ndio hao wako hapo.
But at this point, how do I help? What do I do? I've tried, and once again, I have to take time for myself because I can't keep pouring from an empty cup. Eventually, it's me that gets hurt. Then, guess what? All these people that needed assistance, who's going to assist them? I'm not myself.
Has anyone ever judged you because you are not able to help?
I don't allow it.
How?
I don't allow. If I see like you talking to me in a certain way, I won't allow it. I won't. There is so much I can allow. Same thing applies to insults, because people are like, oh no, so now have you chosen between your religion and your traditions and culture? How does your culture and tradition and your religion tie? I get insults a lot. That's why I'm saying you, this one platform is a blessing and a curse. People are like, oh, you've lost your way. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala meant for all of us to be the same, we would be the same.
True.
But Allah intended for us to be different. Allah intended for me to be able to speak up with a personal experience, an experience that is only relatable to me. So that through me, you can hear, he can hear, she can hear, then you can pick whatever you're picking.
Yeah.
Yes. So people are like, oh, but you've lost your ways. Have I really lost my ways and my name is Waruguru? How?
Where?
So you just expect me to be drinking then when I'm a hopeless alcoholic because, oh, tunakunya muratina here and there. When I'm a hopeless alcoholic, you will go and take me to church and then kombojo nikona mashtani. We can't make religion a choice, because truth be told, we have to find a way ya kubalance between right and wrongs. Culture also has its minuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason as to why FGM is thoroughly fought, right?
True.
We come from an area that is deeply alcoholics. We all know Nyeri has an alcohol problem. We could tie that down to culture, can we not?
We could.
But what? So culture has its pluses and its minuses. And you have to pick which pluses and minuses
are you willing to
take. If I opt not to drink,
in sync with what you believe in
yes,
now,
and if I opt not to drink, that doesn't make me less of who I am or my ancestors or where I've come from. I could not drink even without being a Muslim. Right? Does that make me less of where I've come from?
No.
I made a choice.
Yes.
You have conscience for you to be able to make conscious decisions. And we have to use that. Otherwise, Islam is going to be tied to tribal problems. Culture is culture. Religion is religion. You just have to strike a balance for both.
So moja haikutoi kwa nyingine, in
No.
short. You being a Muslim does not mean you're not longer Kikuyu.
How?
And you being a Kikuyu doesn't mean now
will
you
I pour
cannot
the
become
blood?
Muslim. Yeah.
Will I cut myself and be like, oh, the Kikuyu blood there?
People don't
Be
understand
gone.
that. And
It
that's the
can't
problem.
happen.
Unapata mtu kwa picha tunakwambia, "Leo wane wale kida odoire." As in you are no longer
But then, okay, so now
in the community or something.
I
So
ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me, what odoire have you taught me? What have you taught me for me to make a choice? Where can I find resources for me to be able to make a choice?
And who told you I left in the first place?
Exactly.
Which practices are you pointing out?
Do you want me to walk like our great-great-grandparents naked for you to be happy and say that I'm following culture? Of which you will talk ill.
Yeah.
Will you not?
They will.
You will.
Yeah.
God gives us choice. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us choice. Gai Mwenenyaga gave people choices. We are here because of choices.
Yeah.
And people have to respect the choices you make with your life. It's that simple. And this ties down to a majority of aspects in your life.
So having so much, negative feedback from your culture, from the Kikuyus, for example, how much support are you getting from the Muslims?
Crickets. Are we hearing the cricket? So now let me give you a story. When I reverted, for some reason, people do not think I am a revert. And I know why. Everybody's like, oh, dini imekukubali. I'm like, acheni kusema dini imenikubali. It's because I look a certain way.
Yeah. How?
I look like I'm from a community that is predominantly Muslim. So yeah, people have stopped me. They're like, oh, mbona unavaa trouser alafu unafunga hijab? I'm like, I'm a revert. I'm still trying to find my way around. They're like, oh, mashallah, I'm sorry, I didn't know you're a revert. I'm like, why? Like, oh, dini imekukubali. I'm like, sema, no, say it with your chest that I look like I'm from a particular tribe that has more Muslims. Say it. Don't stop trying to sugarcoat it, because had I looked differently, you will probably not have asked me this, because I don't look like from a place that is predominantly Muslim. Yes. So now you have to fight a war of, I am a revert. I'm trying. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows I am doing my best. But because I look like this, people expect me to have it figured out.
You're into beauty again.
Yes.
Orogoro, I want to know. It's a thing, Nimona, you're very passionate about. Beauty and glam.
And fashion.
How do you incorporate this?
So looking for something that I could... You see, when you change your life, you have to look for at least a neutral ground. Something that you love doing that can be positive, right? In my case, before I was a Muslim, I was such a fashion girly. Yeah? I was such an it girl. So now I became a Muslim. I had to change my clothes. Then I fell into a place where I'm like, I don't know whether this is going to work. The clothes are too expensive. I can't thrift something with 2,000 bob only. But I have just a mehe dress, right? So I opted to come back to fashion. Woke up one day, I was like, I need skirts. I was told, okay, fine, let's go get you skirts. I started pairing. Oh, this can be modest, right? This is modest. Ta-da! We have a modest outfit that looks nice, not the basic black. Because I can't look basic every day. I have to wear happy colors. Even today I'm struggling. But think about it. Had I worn something really bright, camera it has struggled. But yeah, you have to look for something that makes you happy in everything. To some people it's music. They'll go create music. To others it's art. I've seen there are a lot of people who are doing Arabic art, Quran art. Yeah. That is somebody who could have drawn a portrait. But you see, you have to find a balance. You have to find what you love, then halalify it. That's what I'll call it. You just have to halalify it. Yes, because now I'm able to tell people, oh, this is just this amount. This is just that amount. It's fine. I may get a top that ideally, like ningevana kitu ingine chini, will not be modest, right?
Yeah.
But if you pay it with a long skirt, ta-da!
Modest.
And you're happy. Then you don't have to feel like all I have to wear is an abaya for me to be modest. I can be modest with the little I have. With the much I have, I can be modest. Because at the end of the day, where we are economically does not allow for us to also gallivant. And also overconsumption is not something that is preached into in Islam. We have to be reserved,
Moderate in our
spending. Yes, so now, instead of you working so hard to get 5,000 to buy one abaya, you can work hard, get this 5,000, buy 4-5 outfits. You're good. You've developed style. Have you not? Islam is not abayas and jilbabs. It's modesty. And your translation of modesty doesn't have to be a jilbab. My translation of modesty doesn't have to be an abaya.
Yeah.
Have I covered what is essential?
Yeah.
Have I covered also what is considered gray areas? If you have that, then it's okay. I can't wear black every day of my life. Where was it written? Where is it written that you have to wear black? Where?
Nowhere.
Where, ideally, looking at it right now, where the religion started, comes from a place that has a lot of color.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me they were wearing black then? Who was wearing black then? No, I need an answer. No. But hear me out.
Yeah,
who was wearing the black?
True. So
So
we adapt kwanza
who
mabali.
made
We're
us-
adapting from a certain culture.
Yes, and
You
who
understand?
who made us think that black is the color that we need to wear? I'm not telling you to walk around bedazzled. There's moderation.
Yes.
So who made black the official color of Islam? Who made it?
So that's how Orogoro finds her balance.
Yes, I have to be able to be comfortable. If I'm to be better, if I'm to learn, I have to be comfortable. Umejaribu kukimbia 100 meters na mawe kwa nini? Kwa kiatu. Okay, how far will you run?
Not so far.
Because you're not comfortable.
True.
It's painful. It's
At some
pressing.
point, you'll just
It's
drop
finishing.
out of the race.
Yes, and it's finishing you. Just that in this instance, it's not a physical rock. It's a rock in my religious, in my spiritual shoe. I have to be
Subhanallah.
comfortable.
Subhanallah.
have
And
to
that
be
is what most
comfortable.
people don't understand.
Yes.
For new Muslims, it's not just dry, yani umeiacha tu na ukaanza ingine. You have to win yourself
Yes.
into the deen.
Yes, and everybody will have an opinion, but as I've said, and I will say this again, this is your journey. Wewe, mimi kama Waruguru, Modhoni, our journeys will never be the same.
Yeah.
I have a supportive family. How many people do you think can say they have a supportive Christian family?
Not many.
Yes. Even my own grandmother, a staunch Kikuyu Christian. I went to Shako, she's like, Alhamdulillah, with her Kikuyu accent. Yes. That is something, and that's why I say I'm privileged. I'm surrounded by love. I have been raised where there is a lot of love. Not everybody get that. And that's not common for everybody. You know, it's not common. People to have journeys that you look at, you break down. You're
Just
like,
listen,
Allah, if this
subhanallah.
is your will, then why? But then you understand that journeys make you who you are.
And Allah knew
Yes.
the test that He places in yours and that person, nyinyi wote, you'll handle them. Yours, by looking at hers, you're like, subhanallah, if this was me, I could not have.
But the truth is, some cases,
Yeah.
I would not have. I listen to people. I'm like, I would have dropped out. I would have called it
That's why,
quits.
alhamdulillah, yani yours were placed in a different way.
Yes,
The other person, you're like,
in a different way.
alhamdulillah for mine, because yo ile
You
singeweza.
honestly look at people's journey, and you're like, yeah, like you really do love me.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Hey, and other people look at your journey. They're like, if she did it, I can do it.
I remember
We
there's
serve
a
as
lady.
inspiration for different people.
There's a lady who used to tell me she used to come and stay in the mosque, in the masjid. And now during the night kafika mahali akaambiwa, wewe unajua huwezi kuwa hapa usiku, you can't be here at night. I don't know where that lady went. She was called Khadija. I've tried, it was a long time ago, but every time I think about her, the struggles she went through, yani I used to say alhamdulillah 100 times, because msichana, she was moving from one house to another. Huyo ameenda huku kwa rafiki yake, mara yuko kwa mama ya rafiki yake amekataa. And then she used to be a nikabi from the word go. So you can imagine, even the friends that are trying to like welcome her, maybe they are Christian families, and they're like, hey, huyu kutoka juu mpaka chini amejifunika. How now? So the struggles.
But then now I wonder, as a community, as women in Islam, as ladies, as girls in Islam, how do we bridge this gap?
Yes.
How do we protect ourselves? How do we protect our sisters? Because mtu atatoka hapo nje. And this is what happens. Oh my God, I've just remembered. There's a time I have a friend called Hafsa. She's also a TikToker. She was talking about how, unfortunately, the Muslim male ummah is taking advantage of Revert sisters. So I'm like, as women of this ummah, we are a majority, are we not? How do we bridge this gap? How do we protect the sisters? Do we create a facility? What is required of us? We cannot be our own enemy.
True.
We can't afford to. The world already looks at us as oppressed. We cannot afford to live as per the world's narrative of of how they see us. You know, if you go there, everybody's like, it's hot, must you cover yourself up? It's cold, can't you dress properly? Yeah. The world perceives us as oppressed. Already. Why do we want to live with the narrative of the world?
Even within ourselves.
Yes. We have leaders in this ummah. We have lecturers, we have professors, we have doctors, accountants. So how do we maximize what Allah has given us so that we are able to protect ourselves and other sisters? Because think about it like this. Had I reverted and I was kicked out of home, right? No place to go, ningeenda wapi?
We don't know if anywhere. We need institutions, by the way.
Yes.
You know, especially for women. You know, a man can be a Muslim, can revert to being a Muslim, and you'll never know.
Yes.
Unless ukutana ndani ya msikiti.
Yes.
Walking around here, you'll never know. But for a lady,
there is so much expectation. Let's start from there.
Yeah.
There is so much expectation. Right? Our things are very costly.
That is true.
Very, very costly.
Yeah.
The budget for you to look modest is 10,000. Flat.
Yes.
Flat.
And
this is every... Yes, and this is supposed to be your everyday...
Wear.
Day in, day out wear. We have to do something about it. Honestly, as an ummah, we have to really do something about it.
Do you think when you don't wear abaya, unachukuliwa ni kama hauko serious?
Oh yes.
Katika dini.
Oh my God. Kuna time nimevaa trouser. Kenda kazini, corporate body, nimevaa palazzo na long sleeve na shati mrefu. I'm very covered. Sindo? Sikuwa nimevaa cover up because it's the one cover up I have. Sitatembea na ipigwe na vumbi alafu bado niende nayo kwa msikiti jamani. Somebody stopped me on the road and they were like, men will not take you seriously when you're dressed like that. Men will not respect you. Guy.
So we are doing this for men now.
So tired. I just looked at the sister.
It's a sister.
You thought it was a man?
No.
I am sorry to disappoint you, Habibi. Oh, Habibti. Sorry to disappoint you.
Oh my goodness.
It was a girl. A girl. Then I explained to her, oh, I'm a Revert. Then she was like, oh, mashallah, you're a Revert. I'm so sorry, I didn't know. I was so tired. I was very tired. These clothes are not they're not accessible. Somebody who lives in Nyeri town, anatoa wapi abaya? Karatina, wanatoa wapi abaya? Wanatoa wapi abaya?
You know, I usually see people sending things all the way from Italy. Mpaka Nanyuki.
Accessibility.
So it's not as easy as Nairobi.
accessibility. We who are Reverts in Nairobi, Mombasa, predominantly Muslim counties, we are at a point of privilege.
Yeah, tuko mpaka za mtumba.
Yes. Alhamdulillah, we are at a point of we are privileged. What happens to them? Well, so now, okay,
what makes you want to keep on moving? What inspires you? What motivates you to keep on going? Hata na hii mambo yote inaendelea. What keeps you going?
I believe we were all Allah put all of us on this earth for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm yet to discover mine, but I know. I know for sure. When I discover it, man, I will let you guys know. But one thing I know for sure. I was put here for a reason. You did not bump into me by accident.
True.
I did not become a Muslim by accident. Was it a choice? Yes, but also it was a choice and not a choice. There's a reason as to why I am where I am.
We are told we are chosen.
Yes. Chosen bodies. Alhamdulillah. So anyway, yes. So everything, if I can make your life better, I will do it. And it's simply for me. You see, because at times when you're at your lowest, ile time yenye hauna kabisa. Au wenye walikusaidia, ndio mtu anakupigianga simu siku moja ako like, I just thought about you.
So funny.
You don't have anyone else to talk to? I just thought about you. I remember after nimeslimu, after I had stayed like, I don't know, a good 1 month, rewearing the 4 dresses I had. Cycle. Hivi.
Mpaka watu wanajua ni gani utavaa kesho.
Msee, at times I look at those dresses, I'm like, hadi zimefade. Imagine dress ya black imefade. How much had I... And no, I was working every day. Ilikuwa imefade. And I used to clean them on Sunday. Can you imagine? Naangalianga hizo nguo zimechapa. The first hijab I was given by... Her name was also Fatima. At Masjid Rahma. Right?
Yeah.
Nilivaa hiyo hijab ikapata mashimo. Jazi ndio ipate shimo, umeitumia design gani? Hiyo jazi hadi elastic zilikuwa zimeisha, ilikuwa imeanza kukaa hivi ka cabbage.
Si rectangle tena. Cascade. Oh man.
Randomly somebody calls me. They're like, I've sent you something, get yourself and a few other Reverts, clothes. 15,000.
Mashallah.
Did I know this person?
No.
This person just saw me and they were like, she needs my help. Did I have to ask? I want to be that person that people don't have to ask. I want nikiona, and I feel like this even cuts across my job. When I see that there is something I'm able to do to make it easier for you, I will. And it's simply because I understand what it is not having. I'm not from the wealthiest of homes. But we've been raised to know you share. Ice cream ingeletwa. I was raised communally. Liter ya ice cream ingeletwa. Tuko how many kids? 5. We will share na ibaki ya kesho because kesho ni siku. We will share. I was raised in a home where generosity was not a choice. It was a way of life.
Sure.
So I live like that. At times even my mom is like, do you not feel like you have done a lot? I'm like, I can.
So let me.
I can. Others can't. I can. I just need another person who also can to pick up. Because I cannot do everything. I would really want to do everything. But I can't. The much I can do, inshallah, somebody else will be inspired and do the same for the community that is near them. Yeah. I do it because I can, because Allah has blessed me enough. Ile kidogo, nasi ati nasema I can ati nafanya vitu kubwa saa. Hiyo kidogo hiyo ndio kubwa yangu. Big is also a perspective.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. And it comes from my heart. Simply because I understand what it is like not to have. and mi sitaki kutembea na wewe and you feel like you can't talk to me, then surely what essence would I have been to this ummah? What purpose do I serve in this ummah if you can't come and talk to me? If you see me on the street and you come, if you see you have an issue and you can't come and talk to me, have I helped you? You just see me, you think, oh, I see her on TikTok, and can you come and talk to me? Can you come and tell me, oh, by the way, sis, I just needed to talk to you. Can you come and do that? If you can't come and do that, then what good am I to this ummah? What good am I to you? If I can't tell you, have a good and be blessed, right? May Allah bless the work of your hands. Then what good am I?
Last but not least, are you happy?
Yeah, oh, I'm very happy. You have, I have been through a curve in my life, and alhamdulillah. One thing about God, He will restore. Allah will
promise.
Always restore. Nothing is ever lost.
And with better.
Yes. And at times that curve is just a learning curve. All you need to do is open your eyes and stop lamenting that you're suffering, and actually just be like, okay, so 1 + 1 made 3, so next time the 1 + 1 needs to make a 2, and a solid 2. Bila me could doubt 1 + 1 need 2.
True.
People have to accept that not every problem is a problem. At times it's just a challenge. You just have to change your perspective of how you see it. At the end of the day, kwako ni 9, kwangu ni 6. Perspective. It's all about how you perceive things.
Alhamdulillah. Any other thing you want to add?
Oh yeah, lastly,
Yeah.
let us be kind. Let us be kind to each other as humans. Even before as an ummah, you will not be kind to me and go and insult someone else.
True.
Doesn't work like that. Let us be kind to each other. Let us assist each other. We are going through such a crazy time. We're going through a time where people are at an ultimate low. People are depressed. People are suicidal. People are fighting their addictions. People are trying to get better, but in our shinda. It's common. Failing is failing. As long as you fail forward, it's okay to fail. But we're at a time of crisis as a country and individually, because every day you wake up, you sing something and you get so mad. You just like, uku ni wapi? Shukisha hii gari bana, shukisha.
True.
So talk to people. Check on your friends. Check on your acquaintances. Genuinely from the bottom of your heart, check on people.
Be interested, yeah.
People are going through a lot. Check on your male friends. The ones who don't talk and always seem happy. Hao ndio wako na ile kasoro kubwa, by the way. Mtu asikwambia ati, oh, I'm just fine. Talk to them. Talk to your sisters. Talk to your parents. Whatever we're going through right now as a country is affecting everybody. Irregardless of who you voted for, irregardless of your beliefs, irregardless as to your opinions as to what should be where and where should be what, everybody's going through things right now, and very few are positive. So speak to people. Speak to them and be kind. Be kind. At the end of the day, Islam is not a religion. We are a way of life. Walk the talk. Walk it.
Yeah.
Don't be a good Muslim when you come to the masjid and outside there kila mtu anakuangalianga hivi ako like, sitaki kuwa kama msee. Walk the talk.
We said it is a way of life. Let
Yes.
it be a way
Yes,
of
yes,
life.
yes.
Show us that way. Let us see it in you.
Yes.
True.
Let us see the manifestation of Allah through
your
you.
character.
Yes.
Your relations.
You can't out here be a shady person, then you're claiming.
But you
to
know,
be
I
a
pray
Muslim.
5 times.
So?
I fast.
So,
It's more than that.
Islam is the believing of God, one God. You could be praying, but you don't believe in God. You could be praying 5 times a day, and you still wear that evil eye bracelet. Are you not praying? Have you not prayed?
Alhamdulillah.
Have you not prayed?
You have.
You have to believe. Over and above, there are things that are mandatory, but for these things to make sense, you have to believe. you have to have a sense of belief. I will say I'm wearing my hijab, but I'm wearing it maybe out of coercion.
Yeah.
What could have I done?
Or to please those men that we are told they will not respect
We
us.
will talk about the men another day. We shall discuss about the men.
The
Catch us on
hijab-
another episode
the hijab-
talking about the
hijab
men.
is a journey, and that is a story for another day. You know, people don't understand.
Do not let them. Do not
What?
let the men hear you saying that hijab is a journey. They expect you to wear it
and where it's
every day.
Alhamdulillah. So for those of you people, when you minasema mmebarikiwa, Mwenyezi Mungu amewarahisishia, it has become a very very easy journey for you to do the whole shebang. Please say alhamdulillah. Don't
Yes.
judge other people. Don't judge anybody.
Yes.
Because you don't know, as in haujui hata, you can't even, you don't even know the half of it.
Yes, you do not. And I might say one thing, and maybe it's just more. I could be making my journey look easy so that I don't miss out, so that I'm fitting in.
Oh, I'm fitting in. Yes. Yes, and that is another problem we are having. We are not being real.
No.
Every Revert anapeana story yake. Subhanallah, kila kitu anaisema. Yes, atasema kutakuwa na challenge, there's this, there's that. But the the main things, the devastating things, nobody is telling you that.
Nobody talks about the loneliness. Nobody talks about the loss of friends, parts of family in some people's cases, loss of jobs in some people's cases, Islamophobic comments, conflict of interest between culture and religion. Nobody talks about these things. Everybody expects you to figure it out after all. So ulichagua kitu.
And figure it faster.
Yes. Then you'll stay for a while, then people want you to marry. You've not even figured it out yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot.
Alhamdulillah. So I am happy to have had you here.
I'm also happy.
Wallahi,
Thank you for hosting me. Hopefully we'll have another episode together, inshallah.
Inshallah. I am looking forward to that. I hope every one of you also has been as excited as I've been. And until next time, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.